Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it is time for my client Antonio's vlog, and this is our final week of training before his meet, and we ended up undershooting at the meet. I'm just now getting some of the results. He's still at the meet while I'm going through this vlog, but to put in perspective, we're only squatting like 420, 430, even a week out, and he just went 474 and really undershot it. He should have gone a lot heavier. We should have gone for 5. He ran into some issues with the monolift in the warm-up room, felt weak, thought maybe he overdid his water cut, so he way undershot his attempts and then realized on the third attempt we should have gone a lot heavier. But it also kind of shows, I get some of my lifters who are like, I need to hit this lift going into the meet, and it's like, do you really? Do you really need to do the meet before you do the meet? I don't think that we do. Same thing with people with the overload training thing. That's its own topic in and of itself, that I need to get used to feeling this heavier weight. Really? No, you don't. You walk into events and hit lifetime PRs at weights you've never handled before. You just have to get stronger. But I digress. All right, so for this bench workout, we ended up ramping to a 275 bench. Then he did back off work of 5s. We did some overhead pressing, a little bit of rowing, a little bit of band press downs, and then we called it a day, right? Called it a day. Didn't go super hard, not doing too many reps on anything, other than maybe the overhead pressing. Going a little bit higher reps there. He's doing sets of 10. But again, just some 5s, heavy 5s on the bench, running at about 75%, trying to get good pauses on them. Did some rows for the upper back, and pretty much it. We called it there. We called it after those rows, and then we went into, a heavy squat and deadlift day, which as you guys will see here, I believe he did 430 on this buffalo bar. And again, this is a week out from competition. 1 week out, nice good squat, looks fairly heavy, but some people are like, oh, he won't go much heavier than that in the meet, but he did, right? We went up over another 40 pounds over this, had no problems with it. And he really left some pounds on the platform. All right, of course here he's doing his wide stance good mornings. We do a lot of these. I think I've done some little reels and shorts showing that. With Antonio, we like to rely on these a lot. And it's because he's a very hip dominant squatter, does that really wide stance. We almost good morning the weight up. So in his case, it works very, very well for us. Plus he pulls sumo in competitions. So this is a mainstay in his training, and we do this with specialty bars, obviously. Usually on the cambered bar if we have one available. Sometimes we do it on the safety squat bar. But for him, we do a lot of these on a cambered bar, right? We keep the volume pretty high. We do sets of 10. We do reverse hypers. We really need a lot more low back for him. Like we're realizing at these meets, this is a bit of a limit for him. We need that lower back stronger and in better shape. So again, reverse hypers need to continue to be a big staple, and we need to push them. We need to push them harder. All right. We did another bench workout again after that, mainly because he wanted to. He knows as a coach always, I'm like, I don't think we need to do these extra bench workouts. He's like, let me do them, coach. So we keep it a little tame. We do some moderately heavy 5s, let him do some overhead work, little band work, do some upper back work, and again, kind of call it quits. Right? We're doing this just at the front of the week so that he has, about 3 days of complete rest before stepping on the platform. We did do a water cut, but only because he wanted it to get a weight PR. He's like, I want a total PR and I want to weigh less. We didn't have to do the water cut. He ended up coming in like 12 pounds under his weight class. Probably wasn't necessary. Our plan moving forward, however, he is going to cut down, right? He's realized, he's like, look, I got to get rid of this belly. It's hurting my deadlift. It's putting me in the wrong weight class. And I'm like, I agree. But we spent a lot of time base building for him. He's been heavier than he was here, actually. He's been at a higher body fat, been at a heavier body weight previously. But yeah, it's time to start working it down. So he's gonna work on diet a lot more. We're gonna bring weight class down. All right, and we could have easily made the 220 if we wanted to do a more aggressive water cut. He ended up weighing in at 230, so we need to take him down. All right, we need to take him down. Keep in mind, this is his first year out of the juniors. Antonio does not have like a super long training history. Something people need to keep in mind. He's not been training 7 or 8 years. Okay. And when he came to me, he had a sub 300 pound squat, which to the best of my recollection was, I believe, 280. He's up like 300 pounds or 200 pounds on that. We put 200 pounds on his squat. Okay. Put over 200 pounds on his deadlift. And he's going to keep moving forward. You know, he's built a decent strength base. And I think the other thing people need to realize, they're so used to only seeing the top 1% in the sport that they have no idea what meets are actually like and what people are actually hitting. He's actually a national level competitor in Canada, but you come online and then people are like, oh, well, they'll try to talk smack about his lifts, but it kind of shows you guys how out of touch people are with what people are actually doing on the platform in competitions. Who are fighting it out at regional levels, state levels, national levels in countries without massive populations. All right? 500 squats are very respectable. And keep in mind, he doesn't have a lot of years. He's still a very young lifter. Okay? He's got another decade or two of competition, right? He's going to keep improving. But it's fascinating how people do that. He took a gold medal at nationals, junior nationals, took first in his class, gold medal. Placed extremely well, obviously. Okay, so I always tell people, you don't have to be the strongest in the world to be competitive. Everyone has this idea, well, if you're not squatting 700 pounds, don't step on the platform. That's ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. Again, people are out of touch with how strong people are. Same with me. I'll get people who clown my stuff and they don't understand how rare my strength level is at my age. Okay? It's not normal. It's not normal even in competition at this point. Hey, it's way, way, way up there. But because of the internet, people don't always realize that because they're so used to only seeing the outliers. It's kind of like the equivalent of looking at NFL and seeing the guys winning the Super Bowl and then saying, "Oh, these guys, the D1, university level, all suck." It's the equivalent of saying that. And then, of course, this is his other work, and then we finished up with supplemental work, some belt squats, called it a week, and then he headed to the platform after this, made weight, and is in competition right now as I'm voicing this over. So we'll have meet results up pretty soon. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.